there's this guy outside of this other club and he's staring at me. And then all I hear is, murder! Hell to the no, we're gonna get the out of there. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're watching this video because the previous video I ended it very suspicious, very like climaxy, it's because I've been watching Shane Dawson's video. I love Shane Dawson. I watch his videos every time they come out. I even watch his videos when he's not posting, but his new way of editing got me freaking loving it. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my first time going out to a nightclub and how it went to shit and then it went back lit in a matter of a couple hours. Now, this one doesn't top recent clubs that I went to. Shit went crazy in a matter of 1 hour, and I have the messages to prove it with the time links. But this one, I have no proof as in messages or anything like that, but I do have video footage and I have stories. So let's get right into it. This all happened in the month of October. I turned 18 and, well, basically all my friends were 18 and they always wanted to go to clubs and stuff like that. And I wasn't able to go to clubs, so I never really let them go to clubs. It wasn't like, they could have gone if they really wanted to, but I was always like, no, y'all can't go without me. We're really close. So I didn't turn 18 till like a month ago in October. I don't know how many months of that, but in October. And basically for my actual birthday, we went to like a hookah place, and I did like a 18th birthday special video, so you guys know I went to like a hookah place and stuff like that. And if you have me on Snapchat, like you should, you guys will know where I went to on my birthday. So basically, a couple days after my birthday, since I was already 18, I got my license to prove that I was 18, stuff like that. I started driving and all that. I wanted to continue my birthday festivities, and I wanted to go to a club for my second part of my birthday. And all my friends wanted to go to a club too. I made the biggest group chat, well, not the biggest, but a big group chat a month ahead, telling my friends come to the club with me. I invited, let me actually count how many.
I invited like 9 people, 10, it was like 13, around that. And only 3 of us showed up.
We decided on a club that I Googled, okay, and actually, should I say the name of the club? Okay, I'm just gonna say the name of the club. They can't do nothing. But Venue. We decided to go to Venue for my birthday. It seemed like a good club, seemed pretty big. And on their website, on google.com, on their actual website, whatever the it said that they were open. So we parked in this area because, parking also is very expensive in downtown. So we just parked there and we decided to walk all the way to the club. Now that club was the most isolated club in the whole entire downtown. Like, that club was far. That club was like so my best friends were wearing heels. One of my best friends, the short one that's always on my Snapchat, she was wearing more of a comfortable heel than my other one. The other one was wearing really uncomfortable. It was like a stick. It was walking on your pinky. And her feet were getting blisters. It was horrible. I was fine because I was wearing sneakers. We had to keep on stopping. And it was a lot of people until we got to the isolated area. Now, before we got to the isolated area, freaking walking down the streets was crazy. We had people looking at us because we look like children. We look like 12-year-olds. We look like legit 12-year-olds. So, basically, we start walking still, and this guy comes out of a van. Have you guys ever seen, I forgot what the show is called. Alright guys, so I just found out what the show's called, but have you guys seen Shameless? If you haven't, you've been living on the rock. But, okay, so the dad in the Shameless movie, the guy that came out of that van legit looked just like him. Like, acted just like him, had literally no shirt, was literally his skin complexion. Everything about him was exactly like him. He had no underwear either, guys. Let me tell you, he had jeans, but they were falling down. Like, they were legit falling. So all you see is, like, pubes, like blonde pubes, like thick as fuck. It was so gross. He comes out with a piece of paper and he's like yelling, he's like da 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 da, this and that and the third. It's my child, I'll support, something like that. It's my child, I have to prove that it's my kid, with a birth certificate. He had a birth certificate in his hand. Basically, we kept on walking super fast and we got away from him. And we start getting a little bit isolated. Now we start going down the most isolated streets, everything. It was the scariest thing. It was getting windy on top of that. We get to the corner of the club and it's pitch black. Pitch black, no lights, no nothing. There was barely any street lights. The club was dark. There was nobody in line. I went around the club, in and around, and nobody was there. So the club turned out to be that they were closed, but yet they had that they were open on their page. Like, does that make sense to y'all? Does that make sense? So right then and there, we started calling our friends and like, yo, like, where have they been? We just realized that we're here and none of our friends are here yet. So I started calling one of my friends and she called and she said that she's on her way, she's getting dressed, she's got off of work. So we were okie dokie. One canceled, the other one canceled, the other one canceled. Basically, they all dropped like flies. None of them came, besides the one that was getting ready for work. She met us later on inside the club, but it was literally just me and my two best friends, which they're the best, they're always there. So, you know, I can always count on them. So basically, one of my best friends, we had to walk back because we were like, we're going to a club. You know, there's no way that we just walked and came down here. No, we're going to a club. Yeah, that's just, okay, we're going to a club. So basically, we stopped in this like corner of the street where there's like lights, but still is pretty isolated, far away from humans, and people just walking back and forth, like real sketchy people, and cars, like basically Ubers, but it looked really sketchy. So basically, she takes a break because her feet are full with blisters. Like her feet on the bottom was swollen. You would touch it and you can just feel the water. Like her feet could have like opened up and nothing but blood and water would come out. Like, no, like she couldn't walk. Like she was crying. She was in pain. So we called her an Uber and she met with her boyfriend after. So basically she had to leave. So it was just me and my best friend. So basically, me and her were like, yeah, no, we're still going to a club. Let's just go, get out of here, and go to a club. But in the meantime, while we were standing, getting the Uber to my friend, these two guys walked by, and all we hear, we overheard the conversation, and all we hear coming out of their mouth was, we can get away with murder. Murder, kill, stab people, like, murder. Get away with murder. Yeah. So, hell to the no. We're gonna get the out of there. We did. Like, okay, you can get away with murder, but we're not gonna be the ones getting murdered. Like, that's just not gonna happen. We're not the ones that you're gonna get away with. You know what I'm saying? So we did. We went to the crowded area where like everybody was at, so we were pretty much safe. There's this guy outside of this other club and he's staring at me. He's like staring at me, he's kind of like posing, he's kind of like, and then all I hear is, you are too young to be here. And I'm like, what? So I get closer to him and I realize that it's my 11th grade English teacher. My teacher from 11th grade, my English teacher from the 11th grade. So basically we start walking down the clubs, trying to figure out like what club to go to. And this like club promoter or whatever the case is, he came up to me, he's like, hey, are you guys looking for like a club to go to? And me and her were like, yeah, we are. Well, you can come to this club, it's pretty lit, this and that and the third. And then we were like, how much is it? Like, how much is the fee? Well, first, like, are there 18-year-olds allowed to go in there? And he was like, yeah, 18-year-olds are allowed. The fee is $15 to get in. And we were both like, oh yeah, that's fine. We had enough money to get in, and $15, you know, whatever, $15, whatever. We came with money to go to a club. We're going to a club. So we were both like, at first we were like, yikes, like $15? Like, oh, wow, okay. And then he's like, well, I can try and get you guys in for free. So I was like, what? Like a club people trying to get us in for free? Like, what? So he's like, I'm gonna go talk to the girls in the front. You get patted down or whatever, get in the club, and we'll talk when you guys get in there. So basically, we just get in the club and they pat us down and it's empty as fuck. It's so empty, but guys, we were there super early. Like, you know, to go to clubs, you're gonna have to go like an hour from opening. Like, that's when it gets lit. That's when everybody's coming in. So it was pretty lit. It turned out to be the most lit club ever. Like for my first club, that was the best club I ever been in. It was, I mean, I'm even planning on going back there again for a second time because we went to another club. Yeah, I mean, we got money thrown on us, so that's okay. But basically, that club got super, super lit out of nowhere, and it was just me and her. But basically, you know, we're just dancing, we're like turning up, we're like, you know, let's just turn up. Everybody's drunk anyway, so let's just go crazy. One of our friends that was planning to come actually came, and she showed up, so that was really great. And we're dancing, blah blah. So we're like, let's just go a little bit to the front where like a big screen and the VIPs were. So we're like, all right, sure. So we scoot all the way to the front, and boom, there goes a drink. A drink is splashed all over us on the back. Well, the back of my jeans were soaked in drink, and my friend toes got wet. So we turn around, and I'm like, what the like, what the hell? So they just keep on dancing. Somebody left their drink on the fucking floor, and somebody comes in, bam, more drink is spilled on us, like more drink. And I turn around, I'm like, really? Like what in the world is wrong with these people? But I'm still trying to have fun. It's just a little wet, whatever. So we just start dancing, and then all of a sudden, this girl comes out of nowhere, and she pushes my best friend out the way and starts fighting with one of the servants. One of the club servant and her start going at it. We're right there, right in front of her. So I take out my camera and I say, they start fighting, and then the girl gets loose. She smacks this guy and starts in hits. They fall over like a VIP section. Like the VIPs, there was no more VIP section. So they just start fighting, like bam, bam, bam. They get separated. She starts swinging again until she gets separated. And we were all freaking out after that. So basically, we all start freaking out right now because we're like, wow, it's like our first time going clubbing. Like, things happen in clubs, you know, like people get killed and stuff like that. So we were pretty scared. So we kind of stepped away from the crowd, but stayed a little bit to the back to breathe in because it was still kind of early to leave. And we still had like 2 hours left. So basically, people with flashlights, like the security starts looking around for like stuff on the floor. And we're like, uh-oh, no, like what is going on? And then all of a sudden, this dumb idiot with a mask on starts walking around. Like, what? So they get escorted out, and then the club just starts getting lit again until it's time to go. So we ended up staying till closing, and it was so lit, guys. Like, for the first club, that was a hell of an experience, but it was a good experience, and I loved it. So I'm going out again, I don't know when, because for New Year's Eve, we're trying to go to a club. So hopefully I'll record that. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. But anyways, if you guys haven't seen my 18th birthday special video, it will be up in the card, so you guys can click on that and watch that for more clips and stuff like that. Make sure to add me on Snapchat, because that's where you guys will see most of me when I'm not sitting here. You guys will see me on there. So make sure to add me on Snapchat. It will be in the description below or on screen, wherever I put it. So yeah, anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys next time.